Okay, just checking that we're live. Yes, we are live. All right, welcome to the Outpost, everybody. Hope you're having a good day, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world. It is me, Jello, and I did want to go over some of the things that I have been working on. Mostly just the Revsa L deck that I was working on the last deck building stream, but we'll hopefully be able to get some games in as well today. But mainly I wanted to just go over the Cerevcell stuff as well as some of the DBT2 and 3 stuff that is coming out. Oh, sorry, DZ1 and DZ2 and DZ3 stuff that's coming out. But yeah, I'm relatively blind going into these. I read the usual stuff on Twitter when it does drop, but I don't really commit anything to memory. So mostly just a refresher for what is coming next and potentially the stuff that I might be getting in case breaks in the future. So yeah, just wanted to start with set 2, since obviously we are getting this pretty soon, like a little bit more than 2 months here. But yeah, I remember looking at the Dragon Empire stuff and not liking it too much, but we'll go over it anyway. I'm not gonna do like a full in-depth analysis, or I'm not even gonna do like my level of analysis on it. I'm just gonna read through it and kind of give a 1 to 2 thought paragraph on it, and then move on to the next thing. So yeah, let's start over here. So I have to admit that New Age Aleph looks really cool. I actually don't know what it does. So let's just read this real quick. Okay, so drag connector Gryandra. Let's see. Let's go Andra drag connect. Auto at the beginning of your main phase. Cost, rest this unit, choose up to 1 grade 2 or less card with Gry in its card name, and up to 1 grade 2 or less card with Andra in its card name, each from your soul. Call them to rear, and this gets at the end of the battle that your rear guard with Andra and its card name attacked. Put that unit that attacked and a rear guard with Gry in its card name into your soul. Stand this unit, and all of your front row units get 10k until end of turn. Okay, so it's a weird death army thing. Yeah, I just need to look at the rest of this before anything else. But yeah, I'll sort of connect it as we go, but I just wanted to go down the entire actual set list. So yeah, we'll just keep going down. So next, Drag Ritter Durgam. Oh, this is the Eugene Gandiva support. Okay. When placed on rear, if you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Eugene or Gandiva in its card name, Soul Blast 1, Energy Blast 3, choose one of your rear guards, your opponent's rear guards, and retire it. If you did not retire a rear guard, draw, and at the end of the battle that your Vanguard attacked, choose one of your front or rear guards and stand it until end of turn. Oh. Okay. Interesting. It's for Gandiva, so it will probably see a couple bucks, a couple bucks of value. Actually, that might not be true. I have to check Revolden's price. Let's do that real quick before we do any price projections here. But it's already out in Japan, so there's probably going to be some kind of comparison to make for it. But of course, it's Japan, so their prices are always better. Bravo. Oh yeah, see, so Bravalden's still like a couple dollars, even though Gandiva isn't like great right now. Well, it isn't, at the forefront of anything right now. So It'll probably be there as well. It's triple R support, and it also does give an extra attack, which I feel like Gandiva shouldn't have already. Like, what the hell? But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I'm thinking it is pretty good. I mean, you're using resources that in Eugene, I know you at least will have Soul and Energy Blast. I never Soul Blast 5 for Eugene. Um, but yeah, I think this is really good, especially for Eugene, because now you have a restanding Vanguard and multiple rearguard lane swings. So that's cool. And then it gets boost if you a serious fight. So that's cool. Oh, let me get the chat thing out here, just in case anybody decides to drop by. All right. I've got the chat in my other screen, and we're gonna move on. Paying attention to the changing battlefield, perform a feat that exceeds expectations. Yep, that sounds like what this card. That sounds exactly like what this card is doing for Eugene. So, nice. Okay. So I'm gonna keep Gryandra out here, and then we'll just keep connecting it to the rest of its stuff, and then I'll keep the TCG player thing as well. Okay, Battle Monk of the Raging Flames Rokusei. This is for this is for Varga. A worthy opponent is someone you want to fight fair and square. That's fair, yeah. A visible worthy opponent. Okay. When placed on rear, if you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Varga in his card name, your opponent cannot intercept until end of turn. Okay, that's nice. And yeah, okay. When any player's unit is retired from front or rear guard in the same column as this unit during your turn, if you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Varga in his card name, retire this unit, draw a card. Okay. So intercept, block, and a draw for self-retire. Not bad. Cool. It'll be, I don't know if it'll be expensive, because it is for a really good deck. Yeah, we'll see. I don't think it'll be insane. I don't think it'll be insane. I don't think it should be insane. Self-retire for draws, alright. I know that there are ways to, like, get units back so you can keep kind of looping this, but that's for counterblast, and you don't have very much to work with, I think, in this deck. So, yeah, it is interesting card, but don't think it should be too expensive if people aren't losing their minds. All right. Dark States. Blangmeyer. Blangmeyer looked so cool on initial release, but then I kind of just dropped off a cliff in terms of interest for him. I don't know why. I maybe just have to watch the anime. I just not been able to. And if anyone, whether it be live or in replay land, could tell me, would it be copyright? What could I get copyrighted by Bushy for doing a watch party of Divines? I would like to know, so I know if I can do that or not, because that would be fun to do. Anyway, let's see. Fated 1 of 0, Blangmeyer. Until the day when 0, this void is truly filled. When this unit attacks a Vanguard, bind 2 or more up to 4 cards from your soul face down. Okay. And you may draw a card. If you bound 4 or more cards, your opponent chooses 2 of their rear guards and binds them face down, and this unit gets 5k for every 2 face down cards in your bind zone. Okay. So that's the regular skill. So it's just fueling, what do you call it? Omega Delete. Is that how it works? But yeah, oh, thank God, it's Dark States. Let's see. And then Divine skill at the beginning of the guard step that this unit attacked. At the guard step of the battle that this unit attacked. Sorry, can't read right now. If your bind zone has 8 or more face down cards, you may have this unit get +1 crit until end of turn. If you do, your opponent cannot call or play sentinels from hand. And until end of turn, choose one of your opponent's vanguards. And until end of your opponent's next turn, all of your opponent's and that unit's abilities are nullified. Damn. Persona Ride will activate. So Persona Ride can still activate. If you Persona Ride, I'm assuming that you're good again, because that's kind of how people get around delete. This seems to be the delete. I have to watch the anime to make sure I understand how this is actually supposed to go. But yeah, that's cool. Yeah. Let's blame Maya. You should blame Maya. I'm getting a couple boxes of this. I'm hoping that I pull some high rarity stuff. And I would like to at least have one copy of Blind Mire, just because it does look cool. Probably won't build the deck, but it'll be nice to have. Alright. Next, we've got Zamug. This looks like it looks like that old Gear Chronicle Legion pair grade 2. Even as a grade 2, so that's cool. Anyway, when this unit is placed on rear, if you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard, okay, so it's blind Maya support. Okay, makes sense. Yeah. Counterblast 1, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, put any cards into soul from among them. Shuffle the deck. If you put 1 or more cards into your soul, you may draw a card. Okay. Interesting. When this unit attacks, if you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Blind Mire in its card name, and this unit's critical is 1 or less, EB3, this unit gets 5k and a crit until end of turn. Okay. Interesting. So, it's CB1 to to spot soul charge, and then EB3 for 5k and a crit. That's nice. Yeah, I guess I just have to see the rest of it. Really have to see the rest of it. This is why in the videos I like to work from the bottom down, but we're kind of just browsing all the stuff right now more than going over decks. So I will do that whole cleanup thingy in the future for the decks that I do want to play, but for the ones that I don't, this is kind of be the time that I look at them and then kind of give my remarks on them if I have any. All right, so this is Star Slave Demonic Lady Bifrons. Oh, this is for Astroea. When this unit is placed on rear from hand, counterblast 1, top 3. Choose a card from among them, put into hand. Choose a card from among them, put into soul. Discard the rest. Okay. And then, if you have a Vanguard without Magistar in its card name, Soul Blast 1, EB3. Search your deck for up to 1 card with Astroea in its card name, or up to 1 critical, put into your soul, shuffle your deck. If you put a card into your soul, choose 1 card with a different card name from this unit, and grade less than or equal to your Vanguard from your drop, and you may call it to rear. Okay. So that is pretty cool. This Soul Blast 1, Energy Blast 3 ability is actually pretty sick. Because you do get your other Astroea, or you get your critical. Either one sets you up for your plays anyway. So this is nice, I guess, if you're playing masks. I'm assuming you just are able to to fetch your copies now. Though, yeah, because that's the one weird thing about masks. Well, actually, you needed the same thing for reverses anyway. I guess if you did have the mask, though, you would have your thing. Anyway, yeah, I'm just, like I said, I'm just going through this. I don't have the mental faculties to analyze right now. But it is This will be a bummer triple R for a lot of people to get because I don't know many Astraea players except for a handful. Um, it's good enough to be a triple R. I'm not saying that it isn't. It's very specific, and that's fine. You know, we need that specificity. We need to be specific. All right. I'm gonna bring these up all at the same time, and then I'm just going to remove. Let's see. So keep Blankmeyer. Take away that. Okay, there we go. Okay, Glanzel Rotovisor. We've already talked about my boy. We'll go over it again just because I like talking about my robots. Glanzel, during your turn, if your order zone has 3 or more arenas, all of your front row units get 5k passively. So that's really nice. It means that your grade 2s and your grade 1s can hit a grade 3 Vanguard by themselves, guaranteed. And then at the end of the battle that this unit attacked, Counterblast 2, choose the same number of your rear guards as the number of arenas in your order zone and stand them. If you chose 3 or more, all the chosen units get an extra 5k until end of turn. So for anyone that didn't know already, the what do you call it? The arenas basically give an on-hit counter charge or energy charge. I believe it's, yeah, you get to choose one of the two. And that's nice. The only problem is that it's only per battle. So if you give your order ability to a unit and it swings and it gets guarded, you don't get that counter charge off of that attack when you restand it. So the timing of Glanzel's abilities really depend on how do you call it? If you're able to hit your opponent beforehand, because having a Counterblast 2 Vanguard ability in 2024 is almost crippling. And I can see what they were trying to do. I even said this when I did the the Rotovisor video, but it just doesn't feel great. It doesn't. This Counterblast 2 doesn't feel great. If it was a Counterblast 1, Soul Blast 1, or Soul Blast 2, sure, no problems. But Counterblast 2, you cannot do anything early game. And even if you make the argument that you can countercharge a maximum of 4 times every turn, those attacks have to hit. And at some point, they're not going to be hitting anymore. So by the time that happens, you won't have enough Counterblast to activate this thingy anymore. So yeah, the Counterblast 2 is really heavy. I would have really liked a split cost on this to make it just a little bit better. It doesn't change the power level of the deck, but it does change its gas tank. Because Counterblasting 2, you know, like in some matchups, your opponent's just not going to give you that many open Counterblasts, especially if they know, oh, he needs 2 Counterblast to actually do this. I can just guard the attacks. And Rotovisor swings aren't big. They're not big. So these can be easily guarded. And even if one goes through, that's fine. You're out of Counterblast still. If you're at 5 damage, you're at 1. Your opponent lets you hit, you go up to 2, and then you activate Glanzel. Your opponent knows they've already won if they can survive that turn. So it really does suck that the Counterblast 2 ability exists till the cost is this high. But yeah, I'm still gonna play it. Like I said, my faith in the fighting punch-in robots has not diminished whatsoever. I just, yeah, again, wish that this had a split cost instead of the Counterblast 2. But yeah, the 5k is nice. The extra 5k on restand sucks, but oh my god. So this was actually raised recently on Twitter, and I have the same mindset that, or the same thought, or the same sentiment on it. It's really dumb that they're letting certain decks come out that can blitz so fast. Like there's some decks that are able to end games by turn 3. If played like blitzy enough or something. But to have a deck whose main mechanic physically cannot activate until turn 4 really sucks. I'll make an example, I guess. So the examples were the rotovisors and the wrought iron support, the Zedlance support archetype. Neither of those decks can function properly if you don't have 3 copies of the order in your thing. You're not getting in your what do you call it? In your order zone. Like you cannot do anything. You don't get to play your deck fully. Your deck literally gatekeeps you from being able to do that. And in the rotovisor's case, they have a little bit more leeway in terms of being able to get their stuff because they have cards. Rankgate has cards that lets them search for their orders pretty easily and without cost. Like what's it called? Solid Sturmer. There we go. Is like the number one thing that comes to my mind, at least, for getting set orders out for no cost, and it gets 5k. Zedlance doesn't have the same luxury because Dragon Empire doesn't have that same card pool that lets them search. So it really sucks that they have. So anyway, back to the main point. It really sucks that we have decks that can explode from the get-go, but we're still getting decks that have this much slower speed that don't have any kind of counterplay to the decks that are able to blitz so quickly. So that's my one grievance with this. Like, okay, give me the counterblast too, but make the arena grade 1. Or like could have done something a little bit better. Like this is the archetype to make a blitzy deck out of, and it's not that. It's not. Like sure, like turn 3 you get 5 attacks, but you don't get the power. And there's some decks that, like I said, are able to pump out even higher, substantially higher numbers. That have a much better ramp up as well, that would be able to out blitz Rotovisor. Like look at look at what's topping right now. Everything is fast. Everything is really fast, and we're still getting stuff like this. Like in the previous Rotovisor video, I kind of said the same thing. Like we're in this weird transition phase where things are supposed to still be kind of slow, but because we have a previous sort of tempo set by the end of Wildress, we have this weird pacing problem with some decks, because Bushy's trying to like keep it relatively in check, I'm assuming, right? But but the fallout of that is that we get decks that feel very out of place, that would have been really cool if it were introduced back then, but are just not meeting the sort of relative power level of other decks, and that's fine, right? We're not always going to get crazy good ass decks, but I just really wished that this one would have gotten a little more love, but I'm hoping in the future we get some good stuff. Okay, that's enough crying about that. Moving on to Dox's new support when it comes out. Aurora Battle Princess, corner Citrus. With countless eyes dancing in the sky, we surely corner the great evil. When placed on rear, if your opponent chooses a card from their drop, your opponent chooses a card from their drop and imprisons it in your prison. If they imprison a card, energy blast 3, and you draw. That's gross. I just had to say that. That's gross. And just because the energy blast 3 is free. This is free in prison. That's that's good for them. When you're grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Seraph and his card name attacks, if you have three or more of your opponent's cards are imprisoned in your prison, this unit gets 10k until end of turn. If this unit if 5 or more cards were imprisoned, counterblast 1 and stand this unit. Okay, so this ability is also really nice. I guess if you're running Pure Lights, then it's not as much of an issue. My only problem is that it is 10k. So sometimes that extra 3k can make the difference in deciding whether or not something is guardable. So obviously you're going to have something boosting this for one of those 2 attacks. I'm just saying for that one attack, it does sort of hinder its power a little bit. But I'm not an expert in prison, just sort of giving my 2 cents on it. I think it's really good. I think it is really good. I don't know if you replace the sniper lady with it, but she does give extra attacks, so I think this is helpful. This will be really annoying to deal with, at least in prison matchups, because of Pure Light's ability to give crits and extra power. So beware. I feel like we're going to start seeing this a little bit more again. I don't think it's going to take over, but I wouldn't be surprised if it starts topping again. But I could be completely wrong. Usually I'm completely wrong. Alright. Last but not least, for Brantgate, we got White Flash Scythe Baldarid. So we went over this guy. Really good generic support for Brantgate. Again, finds some more use in some decks than others. But for Rotovisor, this guy is probably a 4 of. You probably need 4. So let's take a look at his art. Sorry about that. And then let's see. Let him expand the boundaries with his pure white blade. During the battle that this unit boosted, if you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard and your order zone has 2 or more set orders, this unit gets 5k. At the end of the battle that this unit boosted, if your order zone has a set order, put this into your soul, look at the top 5 cards of your deck, choose up to 1 grade 2 or greater unit card from among, or set order from among them, reveal it, and put it into your hand and shuffle your deck. So gives you soul, lets you search, albeit it's not a guaranteed search, but you do get to search for a either a grade 2 unit or set order greater than. So you're getting your Persona Ride copies, you're getting your orders off of this guy, you're getting quite a bit off of this guy. You're getting your toolbox in quite a bit. So this is really nice. The problem is he's so nice that he's going to be shoved into everything. So he's going to probably be pretty expensive when he comes out. Probably. I don't want to put numbers up anywhere, but I feel like he's going to be. I feel like people are going to charge like $10 for this guy, a copy. Come back and clip this stream if that comes to pass next month. Oh, is it next month? Yeah, it is next month. June, May. Yeah, we got 5 weeks. Why was I thinking we had so much more time? I'm dumb. Sorry. Probably thought that said July or something. Anyway. Okay. Alright, so we have Keter Sanctuary. So the 7th Fated One of Time, Lyle Amorta. Across the boundaries of time you are, the heartfelt thoughts that I hide within. When this unit attacks, counterblast 1, choose one of your rear guards, bind it, search your deck for up to one card with the same name as that card, call it to rear. And shuffle your deck. Okay, so you're just being annoying by, what do you call it? By trimming your deck and attacking you more. When this unit is placed on Guardian Circle, discard a card from your hand, put 2 other cards from your bind zone on the bottom of your deck in any order. Choose one of your units with Faded One in its card name, and it cannot be hit until the end of that battle. Okay, so it's for the PG ability, that's why. Okay, so I knew that she had this ability because I read this when she first came out. I just wasn't 100% familiar with it, so this is nice going through it again. At the end of the battle, this unit attacked. If your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, choose a card with the same card name as this unit from your drop, and you may ride it as stand. If you rode, that unit gets -1 drive until end of turn. Okay. Do you Persona ride off of that draw? Off of this? Hold on, let's see what the comments say. If you did Persona Ride, does it activate? The Persona Ride icon activates when you normal ride a unit during the main ride phase. Okay, so we are not getting Persona Ride buffs off of that. That's fine. I mean, you only get to do it once, but it's costless. That's nice. Okay. Next, Knight of Bowstreaks, Nilberis. This is the generic guy. Oh no, it's Resident support again. When this unit is placed on rear by your grade 3 or greater Vanguard's ability, this unit gets 10k. Okay. At the end of the battle, this unit attacked. If you have a Vanguard with Res Island, its card name, Energy Blast 3, put this unit into your soul, draw a card, top deck, put it on top or bottom. Okay. So, generate soul. Does use some Energy Blast, but I don't think Res Island uses that much. So I guess you're fine there. And then you draw. Draw and scry. So, pretty good. Would have liked a little bit more out of my triple R's. I don't like it when my triple R is mostly artwork. I need more text box. It means that it does more. Alright, moving on. Sword Saint of Iterant Idris, yeah. Okay, so this is the Lyle grade 3, triple R support. Traversing many battlefields, the knight reaches the peak of Sword Saint. During your turn, if your bind zone has a card with the same name as this card, then this unit gets 10k. Okay. When this unit is bound from rear during your turn, if you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with a Lyle on its card name, Soul Blast 1, draw, choose one of your Vanguards, and it gets 5k. Oh, okay. So that's pretty cool. So you already... Oh no, you don't get to draw anywhere. You don't get to draw anywhere, but this guy, pretty good. See, like, this is what doesn't make any sense to me. We're getting something this good out of a first set, first wave support for this this archetype, and then we have Granzel in the same set. You could remove all of the modern parts on it, and then like say that Granzel, show me Granzel and say it was released in like 2011. I would believe you. But anyway. Oh, where am I going? There we are. Okay. All right. So we've done that. Okay, we're going into Stoicheia. We're only going to look at the triple R's and double R's for today. I feel like if I went through all the commons as well, I don't think I have the I don't have the stamina right now to do the rest of it. So we'll get through as much as we can. I think there are only the 5 nations in this one anyway. So no, there's 6. Shoot. Okay, so we're making our way through. Okay, Faded One of Taboo, Zorga Nadir. Committing a taboo for the sake of now fulfilling a long cherished desire. When you would play in normal order, you can... Okay, Alchemagic. I played against Slate last Sunday. And Slate was using this, and it freaked me out. I was so I was so scared. It was a battle of crits. I'll have that game posted up soon, hopefully. But yeah, it was a really good game. Let's see. Energy Blast 2, bind a normal order from drop. Choose 2 cards from your drop. Call them to rear. They get 5k until end of turn for each normal order with a different card name in your bind zone. And at the end of that turn, retire those units. Okay, so they hollow, basically. And the Divine skill, oh yeah, stand all of your rear guards. If unit attacks a greater unit, Soul Blast 1, choose a column, stand all of your rear guards in that column. At the end of that battle, end of that turn, retire those units. Okay. Yeah. I felt this. I lost to this. Oh, I just spoiled the game. Still watch the game. It was actually really good. It was pretty competitive. But yeah, this deck is actually really good. It's one of those decks though that really just requires a very intimate knowledge of the deck to perform well. So yeah, Zorga Nadir, cool. Abomination of Impending Karma. Yeah, I got slapped by this as well. Devour the forbidden magic and dye the distant sea with darkness. When this unit is placed on rear, Energy Blast 4, bind a normal unit from drop. This unit gets 5k until the end of turn for each normal order with different. Okay, it's just huge. And then, auto drop at the beginning of your battle phase. If you have a Vanguard with Zorga in its card name and Divine skill, and you did Alchemagic this turn, sorry, you may call this card to rear. If you called this card and your opponent's Vanguard is greater 3 or greater, this unit gets 1 crit until end of turn. Okay. It's New Age Roaming Prison Dragon, I see. And Battle Siren Epheltheria. She looks really pretty. This art looks amazing. I can't wait to see this in real. This art looks amazing. You are the key to this battle. Leave the support to me. Who is this for? Please tell me that this is for a deck that I'm actually playing, if you have agreed. It seems placed on rear from a hand. Energy charge 2, okay. At the beginning of your battle phase, if you have a Vanguard, grade 3, Tear Dragon. Flagbird's a Tear Dragon, right? Yeah, he's a Tear Dragon. Soul Blast 1, choose one of your units, and it gets, when this unit attacks, this unit gets 5k until, that's it? Choose one of your units, and it gets, when this unit attacks, it gets 5k until end of turn. Okay. So you can play this. You can play this and In Search of the Future Far Away for the extra power. I guess that's okay. It's better for, I don't know what I would say it's better for. I haven't seen much Maelstrom, so I can't really speak to it, but I think this is okay in Flagberg. You do get the energy charge too, so you can't. It does open your. It does make it. It does help you get to draw off of the EV7 a little bit faster, so that's nice. And you do have ways to bring this out multiple times, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, the art just looks really good. Kudos to them. Okay. Oh, I really need to use the bathroom. I don't know if it's been obvious at all. Okay. Moving in. Oh, I think I hit the same thing twice. Loving Pink. Oh no, I didn't. Today's selfie. There. Okay. So Flamgam Rugia. Rugia? Don't know. Furamu Guramu Rogia. Rogia. Okay. Be scorched by hell's fire and dance. Up next, Dance Macabre. This isn't the idle life I has imagined. Yeah, she looks like she's in like a cult or something. That's crazy. Or oh no, maybe she became a rock star instead. I don't know. I need the lore scoop on this. I need the lore scoop on this. Anyway, Soul Blast 1, search your deck or soul for up to one card grade 2 or less card with Flam Glam in its card name. Call it to rear. If you search your deck, shuffle your deck. At the end of the battle that this unit attacked, if you have 3 or more units with Flam Glam in their different card names, counterblast 1. Choose a Flam Glam Blue Kreia from your soul. Write it as stand. Until the end of turn, that unit loses all of its auto abilities and gets 2k power for each card in total among you and your opponent's damage zones. For each card. Okay, so that gets bigger the further the game goes. You're getting a maximum 20k off of that if you and your opponent are at 5. Okay. At the end of the turn, choose a Flam Gem Rogia. Rogia from your drop or soul and ride it as rest. Okay, so I'm assuming the Blue Kreia is the grade 2 of the ride line. We'll see what that is, but that's cool. Pseudo restand. You get to exculpate the blaster a little bit, which is nice. But yeah, I'm not personally interested in it that much. I don't think it's going to be super pricey. I don't think it will be. I hope it's not. Again, I might pick one up just because it looks cool, but I'm not really interested in the deck itself. All right, Loving Pink Franchette. This is the card that Meloetta Matt is saying will be insanely expensive. So for all you lyrical players, if you haven't thought of picking this up now, let's find out about how good this is. The ringing song of love causes everyone to fall in love. When this unit is set, or is it today's selfie Freitas? Oh no, it's Franchette. Let's see. First ability is Chris Rain only. Okay, so when this unit is chosen by the effect of your grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Chris Rain in its card name, choose one of your Vanguards and it gets 10k until end of turn. When this unit attacks, if you have 3 or more units with different card names, this unit gets 5k until end of turn. And if you have 4 or more units with different card names at the end of that battle, choose up to one of your other rear guards and return it to hand. Okay. I don't see... Yeah, this is the problem. I don't really know that much about it. There are no comments about it either, so not very much help in terms of context there. But it is extra power for Chris Rain, and it does seem to be able to proc other things. So I think that's where the power of this card comes. But yeah, pretty card. Next, we got today's selfie Freitas. It's a new one for today. First take. If you have a Vanguard with Kyoka in its card name, when you would search or choose a magazine from your deck, you may search for, or choose this card. Okay. Back row rear. At the end of your turn, retire this unit. Choose a card with Kyoka in its card name or a magazine from your drop and put it into hand. Okay. Interesting. So it just helps you deck trim and search. Okay. Alright. Looks like we're in the double R's now. Oh, no, I see a very familiar naming convention. Alright, Cannon Bullet of Dust Storm. Xerxes. What do you do, Xerxes? Oh, similar naming convention, completely different decks. Okay. At the beginning of your battle phase, counterblast 1, choose one of your units with Grai or Andra in its card name, and it gets 5k until end of turn. If you chose a card, draw. Okay. When your unit with Grai or Andra in its card name attacks, if your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, this unit gets 5k until end of turn. Okay. That's interesting. Interesting. Okay. I'm still trying to see how this works in my head, but I'm not getting it right now. I might need to just keep reading. Okay, this is the order zone, the anti-set order zone stuff. When this unit is placed on rear, Energy Blast 3, choose the same number of your opponent's rear guards as the set orders in your opponent's order zone and retire them. This is disgusting. This is disgusting. In the right matchups, this is disgusting. When this unit attacks, if your opponent's Vanguard grade 3 or greater, and your opponent has no rear guards, this unit gets 10k until end of that battle. It's interesting. Very interesting card. Don't know if it'll see widespread play, but I do definitely see Dragon Empire players playing like a one of if the set order decks get a little too out of hand. Dancing Princess of Beautiful Flames Justina. When this unit is placed from hand, if you did not play an order this turn, discard a card from hand. Search your deck for up to one order card without Regalis. Discard it, and it gets this unit. This card can be played from drop, and when it will be played from drop, put it on the bottom of your deck instead. Until end of turn, shuffle the deck. Ooh, that's cool. I think that's pretty cool. I don't know where it goes. Maybe, I have had some problems with Beat Up Draco Kid, so maybe I could play this instead. Maybe. Just thinking about it. Not 100% sure if this is the more optimal play, because I don't have to worry about using Counterblast to search, and the discard here kind of is, I don't know. Well, I'll have to go over the orders again in another time. But yeah. And Piercing Equipped Dragon Argoneus. This is the Nirvana stuff, yeah. When this unit is placed on rear or is discarded from hand during turn, if you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Nirvana's card name, Energy Blast 3, choose a card with the crossover dress ability from your drop and put it into your hand. When this unit becomes an original dress, Soul Blast 1 and Countercharge 1. That's good. This is nice. Yeah, this is nice, because there's definitely a Counterblast problem. It is a grade 1 too, so there's lots of it's quite a bit of quite a few options that you can go with in terms of lineup for grade 1 with this guy. Alright, I think that's it for the Dragon Empire stuff. Oh, what's happening? What's happening to my computer? Oh, my computer is farting. Oh, there we go. Okay. Alright. Moving into Dark States. Let me just get rid of the other stuff here. Okay, Dark States. Shelby, hardening thing. Okay, 4 double R's. We'll start here. Direful Doll Shelby. When this unit attack... Oh, the circus is coming, bringing you a nightmare for one night only. Cool. I don't like how she looks so much cleaner than the other Direful Dolls. Wish she looked a little more unsettling. Anyway, when this unit attacks a grade 3 or greater unit, put a card with Direful Doll and its card name from drop into soul. This unit gets 5k for each grade of that card put into soul for this cost. At the end of that battle, bind this unit. Okay. When this unit's attack hits a grade 3 or greater Vanguard, choose one of your opponent's rear guards and retire it. Nice. So, costless retire. Yeah, costless retire, and when it attacks, you get to do a little bit of soul recycling as well as a little bit more power, which is pretty nice, because then you're just refueling your soul and getting a little more power, and then there's a little bit of on hit spice there. Hardening Insight. Turn fools into stones one after another and keep piling them up. Damn. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wolves. Just all petrify. Cool. When this unit is placed on rear, if you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Magnus in its card name, Energy Blast 2, choose 2 normal units from your drop, put them on the bottom of your deck in any order, and soul charge 2. During your turn, if your soul has 15 or more cards, or you soul charge 3 or more cards in total this turn, this unit gets 15k. Kind of random. I haven't touched Magnus in forever, so I don't know how much this actually helps the deck. But yeah, little Magnus love. I would have just appreciated a double R new Magnus or something. Avarice Arrestor. Who's this for? Oh, this is this looks to be generic. Yep, same thing. Okay, but looks really cool. Next, Evoke Alchemist. During the battle, this unit boosted. If you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Blind Mire in its card name, this gets 5k. When this unit boosts a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Blind Mire in its card name, this unit gets 2k until end of turn. End of battle. If your bind zone has 4 or more face down cards, counterblast 1. Choose one of your front row rear guards. Stand it, and if your bind zone has 8 or more face down cards, this unit gets 15k until end of turn. Okay. It's alright. I mean, we're getting into the double R's, so I don't expect abilities to be amazing. I just would be cool to see some other stuff. Assembled Dragon. Oh, what's this? Oh, Compassionate Mechanics. So this is the Rotovisor support. During your turn, if your order zone has 2 or more arenas, this unit gets 5k. So she does get a little bit bigger, which is nice, but still not gigantic. And for the on hit that you need, it's not great. It's not enough. At the end of the battle that this unit attacked, if your Vanguard is grade 3 or greater and you have an arena card in your order zone, rest this battle, Energy Blast 3, draw a card, choose one of your other units, and it gets 5k until end of turn. This is nice. A little bit of power distribution as well as a little bit of draw. You don't need this Energy Blast anyway, so you might as well spend the 3 now instead of basically just waiting for 7 and then paying it there, because none of the rest of the deck really uses any Energy Blast anyway. So that's nice. Okay, moving on. We've got Assembled Dragon. When this unit is placed on rear, Soul Blast. Oh yeah, so here's the picture. And when it is placed on rear, Soul Blast 2, perform one of the following. Search your deck for up to 1 set order, reveal it, and if your order zone has a card with the same card name as that card, put it into your hand, shuffle your deck. Or choose a set order from your order zone. If your order zone has 3 or more cards with the same card name as that card, countercharge 1. So I mean, that's alright. What set are we looking at, Lord Greybush? We are looking at Illusionless Strife DZ02. Just sort of educating myself on the triple R's and double R's of the set before it comes out next month, because I haven't fully gone over it. Just sort of looked at the Rotovisors and then called it a day. But yeah, I've been going from the top of the set down to where we are right now. We're at the Brantgate double R's at this point. But yeah, just going over the abilities, kind of thinking out loud, I guess, for lack of a better term, on what I think of these, think of the stuff that's coming out, and then yeah, pretty much it. But yeah, thanks for joining me today. Okay, we have Galactic B Hero Senator Ferris. So I saw this, forgot what she does, so I don't need to read this again. If your order zone has 2 or more bases, this unit gets 5k. Okay, so then it's passive. That's nice. Just always there. And if your Vanguard with B Hero in its if you have a Vanguard with B Hero in its card name, Energy Blast 3, rest a base in your order zone. Choose one of your yeah, okay, so she lets you base for Energy Blast instead, and then just 5k. Other than Blankmeyer and Zorga, this set is lackluster. Yeah, I agree completely. Like I still am like excited for the Rotovisor stuff just because I do really like Nova Grapplers. But like if both times I've talked about Rotovisor, I have said that I wish it was better. Because we're getting stuff that hits so hard right out of the gate, and then we have stuff that just feels like dookie coming out next to it, and it sucks. But at least that'll mean that picking up stuff from this set later down the line should be a little bit easier. Okay, and then we got Pantera the Slasher, and that's the generic double R here. Okay, yeah. So I've already gone through all of the mainline grade threes. I think Lyle will be pretty interesting moving forward, um just because it is like our gate into time leap, and I know that we're going to get stuff that says, oh, if choosing cards from your deck off the ability of your grade 3 Vanguard with Lyle in its card name, this card may be regarded as whatever card you bound. I feel like we're gonna think. I'm here hoping set 4 is a banger. Yeah, honestly, I don't know if the sentiment is um I don't know if the sentiment is unanimous for set 3, but I think set 3 is really good. I am building Shoda Doji. I'm upgrading my Shoda Doji deck, and I'm also picking up Dimension Police as well. I'm super excited for set 3, and set 4 is looking crazy too because I haven't watched the anime, and I don't know who's on I don't know who's on the thing on the front there. But whatever whatever unit they have behind them is really, I thought set 3 was meh. I think I like it. I like it quite a bit. Um, the Hold on. Let me get to it actually, since we're basically done with thing. Um, I'm I'm lukewarm on everything else. To be honest, like I'm lukewarm on the Shadow Paladins, the Keter Sanctuary Dragon Empire stuff. I might look into a little bit more just because it's from the manga. Um, but yeah, like the Archite as well is kind of like not great, but because because of shojo and because of Dayusha, I'm really looking forward to this set. I'm very excited for it. Let's see. Let me get rid of these now. I was going to go through the ride lines, but I don't feel like doing that. Okay, let's hit these now. Right, Ghastliness Dragon. EB to countercharge one place during the battle phase. Okay, goodbye. Obligator Dragon. This guy looks sick, and it's the generic order searcher. Okay, this might be useful. Might be useful in what do you call it? In Helmveld, if we ever get Helmveld in English. Euphoria, Lyle, support. Boosted if you have a great 3 Vanguard with Lyle on its card name. 5k when the unit gets choose the one card drop put in the bottom of your deck. Okay, that's cool. And Academic of Endeavoring Ethel. This is the Silryron support, isn't it? Yes. Man, I want a new Eugene. I need what else? I need a new Eugene. I need a new. I don't really feel like playing Biomagnus. I just need a new. Yeah, I need a new Eugene. Uh, but let's see. When this unit is placed on rear, if you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Solrairon in its card name, counterblast 1. Look at the top 5 cards of your deck. Choose up to 2 grade 3 or less units from among them. Call them to rear and shuffle your deck. If you called 2 cards, choose a card from your hand, reveal it, put it on the top of your deck if it's a normal unit, and discard it if not. Okay, so yeah, this does the top deck shenanigans for Solrairon. Pretty cool. Kind of random, but I mean everything in this deck just kind of feels random if it's not the faded support. Okay, Stoicheia stuff now. Veleno Soldato Grudori. This guy looks sick. I just wish that they sort of kept to the whole Bug Mafia thing a little bit more closely, because all the dudes just seem to be straight up insects. And then all the female members seem to be like are like the Bioroid half. So I don't know where it's I don't know where this is going. When this unit is placed on rear, if you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Ascaria and its card name, Soul Blast 2, choose up to 1 card with Veleno in this different card name from this unit, and grade less than or equal to your Vanguard from your drop and call to rear. Okay, so it's only targeting units. During your turn, if you have 3 or more units with Veleno and their card names, this unit gets boost and 5k. Okay, 15k booster. And then also spot calls your downed Erifices, because people are going to be attacking those. So, yeah, it's not bad. It's all right. It's pretty good. I mean, I don't think there's anything more that you can run anyway. So, this is pretty cool. I like this. Okay, Friendly Broccoli. When this unit is placed on rear from hand, if you have a token unit on your rearguard circle, counterblast 1, draw. If you have a token unit on your rear, this unit gets 5k and 5k power and shield. Okay. Weird as a double R, but okay. And then Fairy of Nectar is our generic thing here. Oh, we got a Fairy of Condolence. Trudelise. What does Trudelise do? Okay, so this is what I was getting slapped with. During the battle, this unit boosted if you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Zorga in his card name, it gets 5k. Then when it boosts a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Zorga in his card name, this unit gets 2k until end of battle. If your bind zone has 2 or more normal units with different card names, choose one of your rear guards that gets 10k at the end of that battle. Retire that unit. That's gross. Oh, end of that turn, sorry. Retire the unit. That's gross. I played against this just a couple days ago. I didn't realize that this is what it was doing. I was just kind of taking the numbers as they were coming. So it's nice to put a face to the ability. All right. Let's move on. Okay, last one. We got Lyrical Monasterio very quickly here. We'll start here. Spray Art Tira. What do you do? Hey, getaway. Your face will become art too, don't you think? When this unit is placed on rear, other than by a unit's ability, Soul Blast 1, your opponent chooses one of their rear guards, returns it to hand. And if they return a card, your opponent chooses a card from their hand and puts it at the bottom of their deck. Okay, interesting. So you're telling me I can put my OT back into my deck. That's great. Thank you. Active Lyricler Apchi. Here comes the chorus again. When this unit is placed on rear, other than by a unit's card ability, counterblast 1, choose a normal unit from your drop and put it to hand. Okay. Okay, our generic card here. And Dive to Blue Licorice. I'm assuming this is for Flam Glam. When your Vanguard... This is my youth. Yeah, it looks fun. When your opponent... when your Vanguard with Flam Glam in its card name attacks, counterblast 1, put a card with Flam Glam in its card name from your drop on the bottom of your deck, draw a card, and you get all of your units with Flam Glam in their card names get 5k until end of turn. Okay, that's interesting. So she's a field buff. That's crazy for a counterblast 1. That's actually really good. Thinking about it now. Okay, so that's okay. We're done with set 2. Let's go into set 3 real quick. Yeah, and then we'll probably call it a stream here. I'm still waiting on the deck pieces, so I can't really build anything right now. Apologies, guys. All right. Thankfully, there isn't too much, so we should be able to get through this part pretty quickly. Okay. Cloud, Water, Flitfoot Stealth Rogue, Shoujo Doji. This art looks amazing. I just have to say that this artwork looks so good. This entire set kind of has this aesthetic to it. It's kind of, you know, it's leaning heavily on the blues and the sort of pinks. Like if I were to bring up the just this, like there's a lot of blue and a lot of pink, just on even on like pink to purple, I guess, on this side here, and it just looks really nice. I like this. Okay, so it's also regular Shoujo Doji, which is nice to know. Energy Blast 3, once per turn, bind 3 cards with stealth from your soul. Choose 2 of your opponent's rear guards, bind all the cards on the chosen rear guards circles. Your opponent chooses a card from their hand and binds it. At the end of that turn, your opponent puts them to hand. So this is the old. This just feels like old school Nubatama. It feels great. Just being able to bind stuff out of your opponent's hand, even if it's only for a turn. When this unit attacks or is attacked, put 2 rear guards into Soul. Choose 2 cards with Stealth in their card names from your bind zone. Call them each to a front and back row rear guard circle. If it is your opponent's battle phase, call all of the cards to Guardian Circle instead of rear. Okay, so this I really like this. It's what do you call it? Because stealth is, I wouldn't say is insanely defensive. You get pretty good draw. Right on kunai is an extra bit of guard as well that can't really be denied unless we get a card that for some reason doesn't allow you to guard from the bind zone. So adding this, the attacks or is attacked, is nice. My only concern is field retention, I guess. There isn't very much field retention already in Shoujo Doji, but we're moving a lot more cards now than we are currently. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see how this goes. But I'm really liking the variety here. We're playing like it was so aptly put. We're playing Nubatama Gurgwit, and I'm all for it. It was one of the few times where I'm like, I do not care. I do not care what anyone says. Fiery Immolation Dragon, Koti Blaze. This guy looks sick, but I think his abilities are kind of meh. Let the fires of death be kindled to destroy the evil that pervades. Once per turn, act. Counterblast 1. Look at the top 5 cards of your deck. Choose up to 2 grade 3 or less cards with different card names from this unit from among them. Reveal them. Put 1... call 1 to rear and put the rest into your soul. Okay? Auto. At the end of the battle that this unit attacked, perform one of the following. Soul Blast 2. For each of the cards you Soul Blasted for this cost, choose up to... For each of the cards, Soul Blast for this cost. So, basically, 2 is... What? Okay. For each of the cards Soul Blasted for this cost, Choose up to one of your opponent's rear guards with the same name. Oh, choose one of your rear guards with the same card name as that card. Stand them, and they get 5k until end of turn. I don't know why I couldn't read that. I'm so dumb. Let's see. And then Soul Blast 2 cards with the same card name as this unit and discard a card from hand. Stand this unit. This gets 5k and -1 drive. So it's a weird restand. It looks like you'd be able to hit this and then be able to do this on turn 5. Like, I get that the pacing for these cards are very different because this is from I forgot. I don't want to say which thing it's from, but I believe that this is from one of the mangas. So I understand the pacing is very different. It just doesn't feel great. I mean, at least you're getting five swings, right? But you still need the same card name as that card. And you're only effectively getting one into your soul each time. Again, I don't know the full thing, so I might read the next card and be like, oh damn, that's why. Okay. Stealth Dragon Ogijishi. Guy looks sick. And it's for Shoujo Doji, which is nice. When this unit is placed on rear, look at the top 5 cards of your deck. Choose up to one card with stealth in its card name from among them. Put it into your soul. Shuffle your deck, and if your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, this unit gets 5k until end of turn. When this unit is put from rear into soul during your battle phase, counterblast 1, choose 2 face-up cards in your opponent's bind zone. Put them into drop, and you get all of your front row units with stealth in their card names get 5k until end of turn. This card is so good. This card is so good. Because now you can make big ass lanes consistently, and it makes what's his name? Tukuyodachi's self call from bind even better, because now you have a little bit more power. He doesn't have the reason why it never really felt great playing Tsukuyodachi is because his power isn't there. I mean, you get the extra attack, sure, yes, but there isn't much behind it that is able to really be anything substantial. But I obviously have not won Worlds with Shoujo Doji, so I could be completely wrong on that front. But I think that this is really good. And the fact that it's mainline card support and is not some stupid promo that we can't get for how many months is even better. So, nice. Flame Kickboxer Tairan. This guy looks sick. When this unit attacks, if you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Koti Blaze in his card name, this gets 5k. And at the end of the battle that this unit attacked, if you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Koti Blaze in his card name in your ride deck, choose a grade 3 Koti Blaze from your ride deck, reveal it. If you reveal the card, or if you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Koti Blaze in his card name, put this unit into your soul and draw a card. Okay, so that's nice. It puts itself into its soul, so you are able to sort of manage what is going in at, like in some respect, so that's good. Okay, that's it for Dragon Empire. Moving into Brant Gate, we got Innocent Monster in Paradise Archetype. Destruction caused by monsters is the most beautiful thing in the world. Okay, so she's also regular Archetype. And once per turn, you can Energy Blast 2. Choose up to 3 cards with monster in their card names from your drop and put them into your order zone. When your rear guard with monster in its card name is placed, put a card with the same card name as that unit from your order zone into drop. And this unit gets 10k until end of turn. Okay? And when this unit attacks a Vanguard, counterblast 1, choose up to 2 cards with monster and their different card names from your order zone and call them to rear guard. Okay, that's interesting. So she's able to put stuff into the into the order zone, she's able to spot remove stuff from the order zone. Not spot remove, but she's able to utilize stuff in the order zone um, for extra power. And then she also gets extra attacks after that. She does seem a little small, but I don't have knowledge of the whole monster card pool. So there might be something that I'm missing here. But this looks pretty good. That's pretty cool. Oh, I have one person in the Discord that I miss playing against that plays Archite, so that's cool. Hopefully we see him again soon. Alright, Light Ray Monster Array Villis. This looks really boring as a triple R. That flash is like a roaring thunder. Okay, it's a monster. Obviously, it says monster. When this unit is placed on rear by the ability of your Vanguard with Archite in his card name, this unit gets auto. When this unit attacks, counterblast 1. Choose one of your opponent's Vanguards. It gets minus 5k until end of turn. Okay, I guess it doesn't matter that the power isn't high because she's making you small. When, if your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, this unit gets plus 10k and a crit until end of turn. This unit can not be chosen by your opponent's card effects. Very cool. Very cool. Next, there we go. There's the boy. There's the boy. Super dimensional robo Daisha. A messenger of justice once appeared on this planet from another dimension. Everyone calls out his name. Super dimensional robo Daisha. Cool. When this unit attacks, once per turn, counterblast 1, draw a card. If your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, choose any number of your units with Dimensional Robo in their card names, and they get 5k until end of turn. It's so dumb. Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna counterblast 1 and just go plus 30 real quick. To the whole field, I mean. Auto, once per turn. At the end of the battle that this unit attacked, put a card from hand into soul. Stand this unit and it gets minus 2 drive until end of turn. If your bind zone does not have a dimensional Robo Goyusha and you Persona Road this turn, bind a dimensional Robo Goyusha from soul. And this unit gets plus 1 drive until end of turn. Cool. So let me just read this again. So at the end of the battle, any unit get minus 2 drive. If your bind zone does not have a Goyusha and you Persona Road this turn, bind a Goyusha from soul. Okay, so you have to get the Goyusha out of bind and then put it back in somehow. Okay, that sounds pretty simple enough. I know that the base does a bunch of stuff, so I'll just have to read that again. But anyway, Super Dimensional Robo Die Lady, and most people forgot that she existed. And isn't there I forgot a die there's a dude also as well. I forgot his name. If I can remember that correctly. So it is said that it appeared with the chant it is said that it appeared with the chant super dimensional makeup and gave the people love and courage. Yeah, she is OG. Like, if you knew who she was, like, first glance before reading the card, you have been playing this game for a very long time. And I'm among them. So at the end of when this unit is placed on rear, if you have a Vanguard with D-Robo in its card name, counterblast 1, search your deck for up to 1 base card, reveal it, put it into your hand, shuffle your deck. When this unit attacks a grade 3 or greater unit, if your order zone has 2 or more bases, this unit gets 10k until end of turn. So I know that it's like throwing base out quite often, but the base is very limited to its own archetype. So as a hero player as well, I'm kind of sad, but it's alright. Yeah, so she is a 20k booster, a 20k beater, sorry. She is grade 2, so if you do run Refablishment Doc, oh no, you don't get the power, never mind, I'll take that back. But yeah, she searches a base for Counterblast 1, and then every time after that, she's swinging 20 to 25 to 35, 20 to 25 to 30 to 35 every turn. Depending on things. All right, moving into Keter Sanctuary. This is the backstory deck of Obskididididdude. Poison Knight of Silence Undercover Mordalion. During the period that Black Knight was unseen, he was secretly leading the undercovers. During your turn, if your order zone has 3 or more monitored Tryst, so this is the order of the deck, all of your units with undercover in their card names get 5k. Just another deck getting stuck behind the you need 3 copies of this grade 2 order in your frickin' order zone. Energy Blast 2. Look at the top 7 cards of your deck. Choose up to the same number of cards as the number of monitored Tryst without any undercover gauges in your order zone. From among them, put 1 face down as an undercover gauge on each monitored Tryst without any undercover gauges and shuffle the deck. When this unit attacks, Counterblast 1. Choose up to 2 cards with undercover in their card names from your undercover gauge and call them to a rearguard circle in the same column. So it's interesting. Like, it's a bit of it's kind of like playing you're kind of playing, face down almost, because most of the time, right, you're able to see what your opponent does with their cards in the bind zone. If they're bound face down, then usually they're not coming back. But the fact that they're bound face down and then they're able to sort of bamboozle you with things is pretty interesting. Though I feel like knowledge of the matchup or knowledge of the deck will sort of just keep your awareness high for what to expect when the cards come flipping around, because it does look like this is a 4-attack deck. I'll have to see what the rest of this does. So here's the next one. So Daira, I saw this as well a little bit earlier. When this unit is placed on rear, if you have an undercover Vanguard or a Shadow Paladin Vanguard, Counterblast 1, check top 5, search your deck for up to 1 undercover or Shadow Paladin. Reveal it, add it to hand, shuffle your deck. Okay, same thing as the other stuff that we're getting in this set that sort of does the same thing. Did that make sense? No, it didn't make sense. But this does just kind of feel like another version of Die Lady. And then when this unit attacks a grade 3 or greater unit, if you have a Vanguard with undercover in its card name, or only a Shadow Paladin for its clan, Soul Blast 1, this unit gets 10k until end of turn. So it is a little bit more wide in terms of possible places that this could go. But it does have an extra cost to that 10k. So, interesting there. Interesting. Magic of Threaded Connections, Pararam. She looks really cool. She looks like a Dark Souls character. I shall foretell what lies at the end of this connection. When this unit is placed on rear during your main phase, Counterblast 1, choose up to 1 card with grade less than or equal to your Vanguard from your hand. Call it to rear. If you call the card, draw a card. During your turn, if your Vanguard is grade 3 or greater and you have 4 more units, this gets 5k. So, it's not amazing. Not game breaking or anything, but she does look nice, and that little ability there can possibly get you some stuff. I don't know if this is going to be very useful, but I think that it does have applications in some decks, or it could find application in some decks. Okay, down to the last one. Dignitary, Starihaja. Sutoiraja. Awaken your heart. At the end of your turn, if your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, and you played a scripture order this turn, all of your front row units get 5k. Okay? It's weird that you need to have played the order and for your opponent's Vanguard to be grade 3 or greater. That really sucks. This is automatically, you're either going second or you're going first and you're not doing much. When you play a normal order, if your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, until end of turn, you can play an additional order this turn, but cannot play orders other than scripture orders. Okay, so from the wording, it sounds like you can play whatever you want first. But then after that, you can't play scriptures. So that might be something useful, I guess, for anyone that plays this. Let's see. When this unit attacks, counterblast 1. Choose one of your rear guards for each scripture order you play this turn and stand it. Okay, let's see what the scripture order does. I'm not going to go all the way down to it. I just want to see what this does. What? Okay. I can't go through the rest of it. I actually really need to use the bathroom. But we're going to finish this first before I go anywhere. Vibhatska the Overflyer. Get rid of hesitations. Look towards the scenery and beyond the jump. So he's a dragonfly. Okay, so this is support for our Bug Buddha. When this unit is placed on rear, counterblast 1. Check top 7. Choose up to 1 scripture from among them. Reveal it. Put it into your hand and shuffle your deck. If you did not reveal a card, draw a card, and then the other thing is this unit gets 5k for every scripture. Okay. Oh wow, she looks really pretty. When this unit is placed on rear other than from hand during your battle phase, Energy Blast 3, perform one of the following. Choose an order without Regalis piece from your drop, put it into hand. Okay. Choose a grade 1 or less unit from your drop, call it to rear. Okay. And during your turn, if you have 4 more units. Okay. Interesting. She looks really pretty, but the ability could be better, I feel. Especially for a set 3. But, yeah, I will be right back. Okay, and we're back. Alright, let's take a look at the rest of this, shall we? Okay. So we finished the triple R's. Let's check out the currently revealed double R's. Ember Breath Dragon. So for Cody Blaze, even after the dragon flies away, the embers burn through flesh and scorch bones. When during your turn, if you have a grade 3 or grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Cody Blaze in its card name, this unit gets 5k. Okay. If you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Cody Blades in its card name, Counterblast 1. Look at the top 3 cards of your deck. Choose up to 1 from among them. Reveal it. Call it to rear if that revealed card is a grade 2 or less normal unit, and put it to hand if it is not. Shuffle the deck. At the end of that turn, put this card into soul. It's a lot of spot searching. Like, it's not very much, but you at least get to look, you know? I think that's something to keep in mind with this deck, cuz it's quite a bit of searching. I say it's quite a bit of searching, but we've only looked at 2 cards, but I think between those 2 cards alone, you're going to get a pretty good amount of stuff to consistently have same named copies of on the field and in the deck, in the bind zone. So, in the soul. So that's interesting. When this unit is boosted, this unit gets 5k until the end of battle for each order zone in each set order in your order zone. Okay. Okay, yeah. So this is the random Zedland stuff. I forgot. Yes. Yeah. So when his thing gets 5k for each set order in the order zone. If it got 15k or more, Soul Blast 1 until the end of that battle. When your opponent would call cards from their hand to Guardian, they must call 2 or more at the same time. It's all right, but I think Zedlance is very, I guess, xenophobic, to say for lack of a better term, because I can't find the card right now. But I'm pretty sure that he doesn't. No. He is able to choose units outside of wrought iron, but they don't get the extra benefit of the resist. Or yeah, they don't get the resist buff. So I don't know if that is as viable. But it's an interesting card, to say the least. It does open up the possibility of us getting decently made Dragon Empire Orders centric decks. Okay, next we got Lawrence Glare Dragon. Okay, we had Eradicator Lawrence Force Dragon. I will not forget Lawrence Force Dragon. Now we have Lawrence Glare Dragon. It's interesting, very interesting. When this unit is discarded from hand during your turn, if your Vanguard is grade 2 or greater, Soul Blast 1, call this card to rear, and if it is your battle phase, this unit cannot attack until end of turn. Okay, so these are the generic dragons that we're getting now. They're interesting. I don't know if I guess they would be played in some decks. I mean, maybe not this one in particular, but the other nations will find use for these. Let's see. And then the second ability is if you have more rear guards than your opponent, this unit gets boost until end. This unit gets boost. So I think that this would be cool to play. I would be tempted to try it in Triumph Dragon. I don't. And then I'd probably just take out the Desolate Sparks at that point. Well, we'll see. Because there's no power. That's the problem here. We don't have power. We get the free body, Not really free, it's Soul Blast 1, but, you know, they might find use somewhere. Okay, we'll just get this stuff here. Obski, dee 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 doo. Okay. Eerie Fixer Dragon. Ivory Fixer Dragon. The mastermind absorbs the foolishness in the dark night. The foolishness in the dark night. Okay. When this unit is okay, so it's the generic dragon. So basically the same thing, and then its boost requirement is if two or more cards of your cards were in total were put into the soul by your card's ability this turn, this unit gets boost. Okay. Interesting. So basically Soul Charge 2. This is Melody of the Fiendish Flower, Taka. You don't have to be afraid. It'll end while you're asleep. Rest this unit. Choose a card from your damage zone and put it into your soul. If you put a card, put the top card of your deck into your damage zone face down. If you put a grade 3 or greater card with a different card name from your Vanguard into soul, you may Soul Charge 1. Okay. So it's just... It's spot soul charging from the damage zone. Pretty much it. It's interesting. Alright, Refractile Dragon. Yeah, this is the Frieza Dragon, as some have put it. Being that shouldn't appears with mass that ties into form. When this unit is... Okay, yeah, so when it's discarded, if you have a grade 2 or greater Vanguard, discard 1, then call it. If it's done during the battle phase, then it can't attack. Then, if any player's card was put into your order zone this turn, this unit gets boost. Okay, so that's pretty easy to fulfill, I guess. Actually, no, it's easier to fulfill for some decks than it is for others, but interesting card. Die Mariner is a double R. Okay. Die Mariner is the brave hero's determination. It broke through the approaching storm and crushed countless ambitions. When this unit is discarded from your hand during your turn, you may put this card into your soul. When this unit is placed on rear from soul by your card's ability, if you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Dayusha in his card name, this unit gets 2k, and your opponent cannot intercept. Okay. So it becomes a 10k booster and stops intercepting with its missiles there. Cool. Knight of Blackness of your undercover obskidididdude. The appearance has seen the light. So this is Obskadid before, or at least this is like his this is his faction before he joined up with Eva, is what I'm understanding. Act Gauge Zone. If this card is an undercover gauge, Soul Blast 1, call this card to a back row center rear guard circle. If you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with undercover in its card name, this unit can attack from the back row center column and gets 10k. And is active on your opponent's turn. That's interesting. When this unit attacks from the back row center column, if you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with undercover in its card name, your opponent's Vanguard... Your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, and no drive checks were performed for the battle your rear guard attacked this turn. Soul Blast 1, and Soul Blast 1, and until end of that battle, this unit performs drive checks and gets -1 drive check. And at the end of that battle, put this unit at the bottom of the deck. So it's a pseudo second Vanguard attack. I like these. These are cool. Will it make me play the deck? Still probably not, no. But I think it's really cool. I think the art is really cool as well. Different Fight put it really well that he does look like a Fire Emblem character here. I straight up thought that this was like uh actually I didn't really think it was anybody, but yeah, it just looks really good. Um I don't know how strong the undercovers will be. It looks like you're probably able to get 5 attacks per turn. If you're not activating this, then you have a steady you have a steady, what is it, 23k attack for yeah, fourth attack every turn, which is decent, I guess. You know, it is a trigger out of hand, so that's nice. Um, and then you are able to stack these uh in your trysts as well. So yeah, once you have them lined up, you can almost just hit this skill and then keep using the gauge zone skill to bring them out, and you just have like a cycling thing of that, cycling uh supply of obscudides, and that's probably how it's going to be played. But yeah, I think it's interesting. It's 5 attacks. Um, the thing here does force you. Actually, no, because its drive checks were performed by rear guards. So, it's nice. I think it's pretty cool. Still probably not gonna play it. Next, we have Exalted Dragon. So this is the same thing, and then if you're the discarded during your turn, if your Vanguard is grade 2 or greater, Soul Blast 1, and you call it to rear. And then if your other unit was placed by your card's ability this turn, this unit gets boost. I think that this would be good in Sarevcel. You get the free body. You get the soul. The soul blast not really great, but you get the free body, and then you also have a consistent 10k booster, and you can just leave that behind the Sarevcel. So I think this is like a nice like 1-off, 2-off that you can play, because you're always going to be hitting this, no matter what. So yeah, that's cool. And then Platinum Stallion. I couldn't tell if this was like, oh, it is gold paladin. It is gold paladin support. If you have a Vanguard with only gold paladin for its clan, this card belongs only to gold paladin. When this unit is placed on rear, if you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with only gold paladin for its clan, Energy Blast 3. Look at the top 3 cards of your deck. Choose up to 1 grade 3 or less unit card from with a different card name from this unit from among them, call it to an open rear, and put the rest at the bottom of your deck in any order. If you call the card, put this unit on the bottom of the deck at the end of that turn. Okay. It's interesting. So it's an extra call. I don't know if this is... I guess it's more for setting up lanes than it is for extending your plays, because Azel... Actually, I haven't read what Azel does it forever. Ugh, I just remember trying to build the deck, and then it didn't want me to play it, so I didn't play it. That's okay. Okay, I'll hit the FFR because I know that's the thing. So, when this unit attacks a grade 3 or greater Vanguard, counterblast 1, top 7, choose up to 2. Yeah, see, so you're refilling your front row already. And you typically want Din Drains behind. So, I don't know. I don't know really where this fits. But I'm not an avid Azel player, so I might just not be seeing the line of play that makes this interesting. That makes this good or not. But yeah, just as an outsider looking into the deck, I don't really know where this goes. But extra call for Energy Blast in a deck that doesn't use Energy Blast, always good. Alright, last couple of cards here before we say goodbye. We've got Heartful, Pompilidio. This unit gets hurts, doesn't it? It hurts, doesn't it? Ah, this is what living is about. I don't know what it's supposed to sound like, but I went for it. When this unit is bleh. Continuous, this unit gets 5k for each scripture order you played this turn. I want to see what the scripture order does. Front row rear, when your vanguard is attacked by your opponent's rear guard, retire this unit, choose one of your opponent's rear guards, and decrease that unit's power by its original power until end of turn. Interesting. That's interesting. I mean, it doesn't go down that much. I mean, it takes away a little bit, I guess, but I don't know if it's enough to I mean, how do I say this? So it's a pretty good beater. I just want to see what this scripture order thing does first. And then this as well gives you a little bit of breathing room, because one of the main problems with trying to build defensive decks is a lot of the time, unless the defensive unit is your vanguard, the defensive unit doesn't do anything outside of defending you. And this, having having the extra power here is really nice. Looking at Bug Buddha, we get 2 scripture orders per turn. It's looking like. So this goes to 23. On a Persona ride turn, it's 33, and then the scripture bonus from our grade 3 Vanguard also gives another 5k, so it's 38 by itself, and that's already pretty good. I don't know I don't know what more you can ask for out of a card that what do you call it? Out of a card that basically gives you 15k shield if you're getting attacked by a grade 3 unit. So, pretty cool. And then next we have Flower Storm Dragon. This is the call to rear on discard. Yep. If your order card was put into drop this turn, this unit gets 10 boost. Okay. Mare Clausum Dragon. So this is for Maelstrom. Yep. Trespassers will be cut down by absolute justice. Ooh. Sounds like we got some One Piece references in here. When this card is discarded from hand during your turn, if you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Maelstrom in its card name, Energy Blast 2, and call this unit to rear. Call this card to rear. Okay, yeah. If your order zone has a Blue Storm Armada, this can intercept from the back row and gets 5k power and 5k shield. Okay. That is a pretty good card. I mean, just in general. So, that's nice. But yeah, it's for Maelstrom. So, not really changing our world very much. Ooh, and my computer's farting again. Okay. Stop it. Okay. Alright, I want to take a look at the thing. Oh, wow. All of the triggers are getting printed. Burning flail. Okay, yeah, we're getting all of the effect triggers in here. That's nice. I'm gonna skip over everything except for this order card, and then we'll continue next time, and we'll add some deck building next time as well. I'm sorry I didn't do very much today. I just wanted to get this out of the way. I didn't realize it would take me this long. Oh my god. I either talk too much or I read too slow. But it might be a mix of both, sadly. No. Oh no, those are rares. Let's see. Stoicheia, normal order, there we go. Principle of all suffering, principle of non-selfness. Let's see. Play this if you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Hiraja. Hirhaja. Stao Hirhaja in its card name. And you did not play an order with the same card name as this card this turn. Okay. Your opponent gets, all of your Vanguards get minus 3k power until end of your opponent's next turn. If you played another scripture order this turn, Soul Blast 2, draw a card. Your opponent gets, all of your Vanguards get minus 1 drive until your opponent's next turn. This effect is not lost, even if your opponent's Vanguard is. That's disgusting! Okay. I understand why they call it All Suffering. I might play this deck. This sounds really fun. This sounds fun. I might play this deck. Let's see. We are all part of the universe. There is no such thing as a definite individual self. Play this. Okay. Okay, so it looks like it's a hard once per turn on each. It makes sense. Doesn't look like it's very good to go into thing, but there is this order that you have to go in. So let's see what the first ability is here. Choose a grade 3 or less card from your drop. Call it to rear. Until end of turn, it gets 5k. And if your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, this unit gets auto... What? Oh, it gets... Okay. When your opponent's... Well, when this unit stands by your card's ability, this unit gets 1 crit until end of turn. Who stands? Oh, yes. We restand because of... I need to bring this out again. Dignitary. Yes, so when it attacks, counterblast 1 to restand 1 scripture each. Okay, so we get a little extra crit pressure at the end of after the Vanguard. So this opens up the possibility of playing fronts. And it looks like you want to play non-selfness first before All Suffering, because the All Suffering is the only one that has this little extra clause here. If you played another scripture order this turn, the other non-selfness just straight up gives you that extra crit. So that's one thing to keep in mind. It looks like you're playing 16 grade 3s in this deck. If you're playing a playset of each of the scriptures, and then 4 copies of Starhi Haja and the bug that self-sacrifices itself to lower power. So that is really cool. And then this as well. This feels disgusting. The fact that this can't be overridden makes this deck disgusting. I think that this will be really interesting to play. Because it screws up. Re-rides, it screws up. What do you call it? It screws up numbers. Because of this -3 here. Whew. Wow. So you're attacking a grade 2. Essentially, every single turn. That is pretty good. And there will probably be ways to get these back. I'm pretty sure I read something that is able to bring it back that I completely forgot about. But damn, this is interesting. I think this is definitely a dark horse in this set. If people learn how to play this if people learn how to play this well, this can definitely do stuff, because it's not just losing 3k. You're also depriving your opponent of the draw power that is a twin drive. So it would be very interesting to see what this does. I'm interested. I'm looking forward to it. I might build this deck as well. So look out for the Shoujo Doji, the Dimension Police, and this first impressions videos. I will get those going really soon, but I want to get all of the stream thumbnails fixed first. So I'll hopefully have that done by tomorrow or Thursday. But yeah, guys, that is everything that I had. Actually, it's a lot more than I had planned for the stream today. But I hope that you did enjoy the rambling. I kind of just went on completely no script and what do you call it? See, I'm blanking right now. But yeah, I tried my best to keep it as flowy as possible. Again, if there's anything that you think I should fix or anything that I'm doing that could be done better, please, please, please let me know, and I will do my best to get those issues patched up so that we get better streams in the future. But yeah, I appreciate everyone for spending their time with me, rambling through these decks, and yeah, I will catch you guys in the next stream, either Wednesday. Oh, sorry. Yeah, either tomorrow or Friday. But yeah,